I will be honest, I didn't realize she was packing assets like that, though. I gotta be real. He's like, with plot like that, how can I say no? Ooh, she takes what she wants. The plot certain be plotting this week. She's like, the plot has not left the station yet, ma'am. This is mine. If you want to be a part of this polyamorous harem, you wait in line. There's already 2 other people next in line. Oh my goodness. Welcome back, Orimo. Yo. The more I watch of Dusk Beyond the End of the World, the more I have no idea what the hell I'm watching. I said it last week. Not the best episode. Far from the worst. But tonally, I felt like it didn't know what type of show it wanted to be. This week, even more silly than last week, but I will say, at the very least, it felt like it had more of an identity. Even if it was a dumb identity, at least it understood what it wanted to be a bit more this week. But when you're in a futuristic world where marriage isn't like a normal construct anymore, it's not even just like it's all polyamorous. It's like, it has a new name, a new thing, and, you know, I guess I should have seen it coming, but a brother So there's a mafia, and they're hosting a little festival, a little marriage festival. We can see all the different suitors. The brother, I don't know, Crumb, whatever his name is, he's got babes left and right. Good for him. This woman, sister, I thought it was gonna be half sister. No, that's a full ass blood sister apparently. Anyway, she turns down everyone. Makes sense. I'm like, oh, so she'll clearly go for our boy. I mean, our boy's coming off of, you know, it's only been probably a week or so, couple days, I don't know how long, since he's realized his wife is dead. Granted, I believe she's probably still alive in some way, but anyway. He has an android that looks like his wife, who's probably the AI from his life from before, who wants to marry and bed him. You got this girl who is about to be sold off into slavery who wants to bed him. And they're dead-ass looking at him saying, listen, we will find your wife, and then we'll create the harem. Straight up looking at him saying, we're okay being the third and fourth, or whatever. So insert this woman who literally puts her knee up his crotch and says, you and me. First, I'm thinking to myself, hey, when in Rome, why not? And then she had to reveal that, in fact, she wants to, her brother. And I love, too, when our boy deadass looks at her, is like, wait. Like not even half, like blood? You know, you can have a different opinion than I do on this show. Like, I don't think this show has potential to be great. I think at maximum it will be a good show if it figures out what it wants to do and sticks to landing. Which, like I said at the beginning of this video, I actually think this episode, as dumb as it was, had the strongest identity. Like, I think in a way episode 0 is still the most interesting out of the batch just because it's a fresh idea. But at the end of the day, as dumb as a lot of the ideas were in episode 3, I felt like it understood what type of show it wanted to be this week. But with that said, I don't think this show can become some 9 or 10 out of 10 masterpiece. At most, I think it will be a good show that may not have excelled in every department, but, you know, stuck the landings where they needed to. Maybe I'll change my tune. I can only go off of what they show me week after week. Last week I thought was a miss. I had fun with it to a degree, but I'm not a huge fan of the MC as a whole, nor am I a fan of how silly he is more often than not. The serious stuff that they had in this episode was more or less focusing on characters when he wasn't around, like gang wars and stuff, so I thought that was nice. And the stuff with him, yeah, he was a little more blended into the bullshittery. But overall, I don't think this show's gonna tug on my heartstrings. And I think they make you think it's gonna, because of how episode 0 ends and everything. But at the end of the day, like, sure, maybe he finds his wife and she passes on. There could be some emotional goodbye, potentially. But if by the 4th episode we've watched of this show, right? Because episode 0 now to episode 3. My man has 3 extra wives who want him. One of which refuses to wear clothes. Every villain we go up against is flamboyant Roswell. Like, at the end of the day, even if you love the dumbassery of this, we can all agree, right? Like, it's dumb. I'm not saying dumb has to equal bad. I think My Dear Friend Nokoten is one of the dumbest f***ing shows I've ever watched. probably closer to brain dead than anything, and I think it's fantastic. So I'm not saying this as an insult. I'm just saying objectively, out of everything I've watched this season, this is the dumbest show. Certainly not what I was expecting after its first couple of episodes, but you know what? Now that I've had time to think a bit, and I'm reevaluating what I want to see from this show, if it's a dumb show, and I approach it as kind of a dumb show where it's like, okay, there's a lot I'm not going to take super serious. I'm not saying there can't be death, we've already seen that, but at the end of the day, I've reevaluated how I'm going to approach this show, and in doing so, I think I've probably increased my enjoyment of this show. Now, among my subscribers, I think they liked episode 2 more than me, but reading over Reddit threads, some Twitter posts and stuff, I do think overall there was a bigger distaste for episode 2, and I don't blame them. In a way, it's weird. I feel like I probably enjoyed episode 2 more than the vast majority of the internet, but among my subscribers and community, they liked episode 2 more than me. It's an interesting beast, we'll put it like that. But overall, I think we can leave this episode with one thing in mind. Given how our boy is really not mourning the death of his wife, now granted, I do think she's alive, he probably thinks it, whatever. And some people are saying, well, you know, he lost his family at a young age, so the way he processes emotions are different, maybe, but I don't like that excuse. You know, I do appreciate that he keeps turning down the harems because he's like, I'm married to one woman, but I gotta be real, I don't see that commitment sticking too long. At this point, I say he beds the brother before she taints herself. Might as well marry the android, she'll keep you safe, and I guess you can have a side piece with the other one. When in Rome, I suppose. The show's turning out a lot sillier than I thought I was going to, especially when your main character gets shot at a political rally, basically. But now that I've had a couple of episodes to reevaluate what I think I want from this show, it's probably getting watched till the end. Last week did have me a little concerned that maybe within a couple episodes I might drop out of the show. I think I'm back onto the department of, even if I eventually stop making videos on it, which 50% chance that might happen, if it has some bullshittery like brother, sister, weird shenanigans, welcome back, or emo in the future, yeah, I'm probably going to get some laughs from this. Either way, better episode than last week. Certainly not the show I expected it to be, but I'm kind of here for the dumbassery. What can I say? Let me know what you thought down below, though. What are you thinking after now watching 4 episodes of this show? Are you liking it more than me, or are you hating it more than me? Let me know. Drop a like, show your support, subscribe if you haven't been new around your patrons, where you can catch those full live reactions to all this and more. Like, hey, I also like to give video shoutouts to my patrons. So today we got Kenneth Dade, Wayne Aldequist, Old Man, David, Luke Brownfield, and we also have Devin Diago. So I appreciate the support, everyone. Please take care, and y'all have a good one.